Hey,
Hey
y'all.
y'all.
Everybody.
Hey y'all, we here. Y'all, the girls today were not exactly struggling and surviving, but we made it up in here. We made it. Uh Today was a day that my nose have been running all day. I don't like that. Been having a little a little bit of sinus headaches and stuff. It's like I'm over it already. But I give God the glory because Tyrone proactively purchases the things like the zincs, the 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 C's, the magnesiums, and all the stuff, the vitamins and minerals that we need within our body to make it. And the thing that we've always done is just double up everything when we get sick, and it certainly has cut the sick time in half, if not less than. So when I leave from here, I'm absolutely going to go to the L store. It is not store in Spanish, but it's still yet a store. And I'm going to purchase some Mucinex and things of that nature. I have to say, y'all, having a week off has totally derailed me.
Mm.
Totally. You see, I can't even be still.
They put you to work.
Today, I knew what it was going to be. I had to clear out 17,000 emails. I had to, just really, it was a lot to do. And I still have plenty to do. As we're nearing the end of the month, requirements and things of that nature.
You're a little muffled, Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
Requirements and things of that nature. Does that sound better?
Yes.
So, I'm going to be working. I'll work hard, but one thing I will never say is that I feel like it. I don't feel like it. I promise. I don't feel like it. And having that week out also, um, being able to do that just to chill with Tyrone. Because the last time I had a week, I didn't, Tyrone was still working. So I was just chilling to myself. And it was all right to come back to work after that week was over with. But this one, we actually had fun. We had a lot of fun.
That is so
We were
good.
out and about. I even posted a video of the virtual reality game that we played as I screamed
I was
throughout
gonna
the.
say, was you hollering?
I was hollering. I was hollering. I was screaming, and I didn't care. Things were kind of scary. We were killing aliens at the moment, so it was a lot of screaming there, and we turned zombies and stuff that seemed scarier down for that. I said, "Well, shoot, if I could do that, we might as well try to get zombies next time." So that's something that we did downtown, a virtual reality game, which was fun. Nice little 25-minute situation. If it was any longer than 25 minutes, we would have been drenched in sweat. We were sweaty. Okay, when we got done with that, we would have been really drenched if it was any longer than that. But that eating all places I want to eat at, and I just really have fun.
Hey, I'm glad
And
you
then on Sunday, I held on to the weekend for dear life. I didn't get back home till about like 11. I just didn't even want to be in the house. I just wanted to be out and about.
What did you order at the Cheesecake Factory from their vast array of selections?
So I was really thinking about getting the orange chicken, but for some reason my Shondo said no, Jennifer, because it was orange chicken up until the moment I ordered, and I changed it to the truffle chicken because the last time I had the truffle honey chicken, it just seemed like it didn't go well. It was not as good as it usually is to my Shondo area. But, being that it was like a Wednesday night, right? There's a big chance that there's not as many people there. It's not really busy. So, give them another chance with the honey butter, truffle honey fried chicken, and I was right. It was so good. Even the salad, it was already dressed with a ranch, and it wasn't drowned in ranch. Cause like I've seen some people dress salad themselves, and Gordon Ramsay would not approve. Oh, okay, okay.
I like to drench my salad in dressing. I like to cover it in croutons. I don't like any dry salad. No leaf cannot be have a little bit of dressing on it. I need it to be fully dressed. But that's why I like Caesar salad so much because although you
Hmm.
really can't see the dressing, you can taste it when you're eating it, and you know that the dressing has touched everything in the bowl.
Flavor.
So yeah, exactly. So yeah, but I always drench my salads. Hey, Dustin.
Mhm. Does it? Who has the active foot? Okay, just wondering. All right. Bianca says, "Happy Monday, family. Welcome to the Light of the Leo. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as you come on in. Thank you. Y'all relax and wine and get ready for a good time, y'all. I appreciate that. Miss Kim says, wait
Hello,
for
Miss Kim.
hello. Miss Kim. God bless you. Oh Lord. She says, "Hey J and J and Bianca. Hey Bianca.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay. Bianca says hello to Dustin and Miss Kim. Miss Kim says a week off of work will always derail you. I know. Just annoyed by normal requests that are your actual job. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I felt on today. I was like, and it was easy. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad day. It wasn't chock full. There's still things I need to do, but it was easing on into Monday. And now I'm over here thinking like, should I take off Labor Day? I don't
Well,
know.
wouldn't you get time and a half for Labor Day?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't be working if I didn't take it.
Oh, well, I mean, there your answer is right there, girl. I mean, does another question need to be asked?
But see, the thing is also I know that Tyrone would be working. So it's like, I might as well work if
Might
I'm
as
over here by
well.
myself.
Or at least be on the clock.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
cannot be doing that.
I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry. I
Because
won't do that
you
anymore.
wanna know why?
Because they watching. I know. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as if I would do that, Jonathan.
Because you would never,
This is why I turn off the
ever.
computer when I come here, because I've always said like I do not want to be live on nobody's show
Right.
as I'm supposed to be working. Ain't nobody got time.
Right.
And I do like my job, and I would like to keep it. I think the only thing I don't like about my job is that I have to work it to make money. That's how it works. I
I feel you.
don't like that part. That's the part I don't like. Doing the work. But of course, that's just how I feel right now because I had a good week. Of course, there's a lot of stuff at my job is rather fulfilling. And then, of course, there's plenty, just like any job, that make you want to roll your ass. Anywho, how's your week, Jonathan?
My week just started yesterday. However, it's been pretty decent for the first 2 days of the week. Had a great time with Dustin doing our 90 Day Fiance the other way, I think it's called. It was great, and yeah, I'm still recovering from last week's.
Hmm,
But hey, it is what it is. I'm here. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, yeah.
that's
How about you,
good.
Bianca?
It's been good so far for the most part. Work has been work, as y'all know,
Okay, work.
like this. But outside of that, I got a little bit of good news. Something I'm looking forward to. So hey.
Okay, marvelous.
That's
That's
good.
marvelous.
That's always a good surprise.
That's
Mhm.
wonderful. For me, wait, I already talked about my whole last
You
week.
you definitely did.
Don't mind me. Um, but it feels really nice to just continue to push forward. Um, knowing that if I stay stagnant, things will stay the same. As I continue to push forward, one day I may not have to have the job like that. I'll be able to do things that make me happy. And but I'm also, am I concerned? No. Because some people do things that make you somewhat happy as a as a, like a hobby and start charging people, then it turns to their main source of income, and then it turns into a job.
Hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that. But anywho, that's pretty much all that's going on. I know this is gonna be a dry one because I'm literally dry right now.
Oh, well, I do want to encourage everyone out there to watch Queen Charlotte on Netflix. I know it's been out for over a year. It's a spinoff of Bridgerton, which is created, and I don't know if it's written by, but Shonda Rhimes, who was the creator of Scandal. It's a beautifully tragic story about the Queen Charlotte. She's a Black woman who's originally from Germany, who was found and chosen by the royal family in England to have her married off to the King of England. And it's just a beautifully tragic story. Of course, there's sadness there, but there's also comedy. And Queen Charlotte is the epitome of a Black woman speaking with an English accent. She's very
Mm,
assertive. She's at sometimes abrasive with her children. She has quite a few of them. And it goes back and forth from the time that she meets the king to the time that she's in her older age. So the casting is excellente, the acting is excellente, and the story is really beautiful, and you can really see the love. You
have you
really
seen her
can.
do interviews?
No, 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 no. Well, actually, I did see an interview with the one who plays Queen Charlotte, the one who plays King Charles, and the woman who plays Lady Danbury. I know the woman who plays Lady Danbury is an American actress.
Hmm.
'Cause I was totally shocked to hear her, talk in her regular voice. But yes, I have seen them in their interviews. They're very young,
Hmm.
extremely young actors.
Extremely.
Um, well, I won't say like extremely, but you can tell that they're probably, if they are in their 20s, they're in their very early 20s. They're excellent. They did an excellent job.
That's marvelous. I was of course scrolling around on TikTok. I have been seeing a little bit of this not 90 Day Fiance, but Love
The
After
tell all.
Lockup.
Oh, Love After Lockup. Okay.
Seeing clips about that, where this African American couple, this woman's like felt like she's been, no, the dude was the one that was in jail.
Okay.
He's the one that said he felt like he was being used.
Okay.
I saw that too. I saw that too. I was like, now how in the world that work? How does that work?
And then he tried to throw her $1,000 because of course, anybody that has a boyfriend, girlfriend up in the hoose pal, they donate frivolously a whole lot, and of course, getting them clothes, getting them a place to stay, all that stuff, right? Chow, he threw $1,000 at her, and he threw it like what looks like a 2 to 7 days too late, cause she was fed up, honey.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
She said, "I don't want your darn money." She
Oh,
was leaving the man. And then I'm thinking like, how he get this money? Something tells me he doesn't have a job.
hmm.
So the last thing that I saw as far as like the TikToks are concerned is her getting in her car. The man basically going there trying to like get her to get out and stuff like that. Trying to play the victim. He running after her to play the victim.
A
She
crime.
was crying and upset. He almost got ran over. If he would have stayed closer to that door, and she left. I don't even know why she didn't lock the door as soon as she got in the door, in the car. She drove off, and the last scene that I saw was her crying off camera. The producers running after her. And of course, they always still mic'd up in a moment like that.
Hmm.
Of course.
She was crying to her brother saying, "You were right. I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you."
Oh. Yeah, my opinion on those who seek out relationships from people who are incarcerated, it just lets me know a lot about those people, or it infers some things about those people, not actual facts, because we really don't know who
Hmm.
they are or how they operate naturally. But when you go seeking a relationship from someone who's in prison, what made you give up on the people who are free? What made you give up on those who are available for physical and verbal conversation in person? Why do you have to go looking? Because a lot of people on these Love After Lockup shows are specifically looking for people who are
Hmm.
locked up to be in relationships with. And Jennifer, go ahead.
The reason why is because a lot of people have trust issues. And, like, okay, if you're fishing, right,
Hmm.
you're going to want to go into the pond where you know there's a bunch of fish there. And every time you pull up your net, there's a fish going to be in your net.
It's a guarantee.
That's what they're doing in that jail system. And I think people, especially the multiple offenders that have multiple people, like, have gone back as soon as this relationship was over with. They got into another relationship with a different person that's in prison or
Hmm.
jail. Um, I believe they like how focused that person can be on them, whether they have many people or not, many a paramour or not. Um, they can be really focused on you and really give you everything that you think that you need. And then, of course, when reality hits, and of course, it benefits the person that's in the jail too,
Right.
because they're gonna need somewhere to go afterwards.
Right.
They're gonna need another person that has a full-time job that's ready to spend money on them. Maybe their parents might not spend as much money on them because they over them. They they
Mhm.
done, they through. You know what I'm saying? This is the last time. So it's like a mutual take relationship. And then when things get real in real life, and you guys, the bubble gets burst, things get a little bit too real, and
Yeah.
you just crying. So Bianca, when you gonna get yourself a locked up man? When's that gonna happen?
42nd of never.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just I was just wondering. Just wanted to make sure I asked.
Me and
Just
somebody, me and somebody like that, we would not get me and somebody like wouldn't work. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
how you gonna play the victim when you the one that was in prison?
Right. Talk about she manipulated him to stay with her. Seems like the other way
Yo,
around. She free. She can get whoever she want.
when he said the word manipulate, I was like,
This nigga got some nerve.
the
Some
Some
unmitigated
nerve.
gall. I was just too through. And then I'm over here looking at him and how he dressed and everything. Like, where you learn that word at? TikTok is something or
Oh,
another.
oh.
Let me do this. Miss Kim says, I saw that too, but had no point of reference because I don't watch the show. Yeah. I figured he did whatever they said he did. He did.
Okay.
He
Yes.
did whatever they said he did.
And dead. Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, don't listen to this. You wouldn't understand. Hello is in the building.
Hello.
He says, Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday.
I'm like, who is this? I'm like, okay. Um, so it bothers my Shondo to see stuff like this, but I feel really good about the way that she broke down in the moment about that, which means that she had the epiphany and she was done.
She had the understanding of what was really going on in their
And she
relationship.
had enough love and family where they told her beforehand. They never. It sounded, and I'm telling you, I never watched the show, but for her to go cry to her brother over the phone and say, "You were right. You were right. I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you," which means brother, big brother, little brother, whoever was trying to give her the game, and she was caught up in the fantasy. But this is why we tell our loved ones the truth. So that eventually, though they may not see it immediately, when things start coming together, it's like you don't ever need to say it again. I see it. I see it now. Okay, brother. All right, I'm coming home. So I I enjoyed seeing somebody walk away from a situation like that because she could be on a whole nother season. I pray that she values herself enough not to get with another man like that. Because I know she saw his pictures, like, ooh, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because he wasn't ugly. He was not ugly.
Okay.
He wasn't an ugly man, but he was a stupid one.
That's the thing about Love After Lockup. They tend not to have people who are not attractive on that show.
Oh no.
The people on that show are typically of the attractive type. So
And it's like all you can say, well, I see what happened.
okay.
I see where she was going with this. And, once again, life gets real. The drug and I blame my mama for having me to watch it. She didn't have me to watch the show, but I'll be watching with her and then I got hooked. And it's like to see people just don't stop doing that. First of all, it's kind of sweet because it just shows how people are low-key kind of starved for love. They really, really want it and will go to any trash bin to get it, to
I
get that
also
feeling.
think there's a sense of control on both sides with those types of relationships
Absolutely.
because the person who's on the outside, they have control of the person who's on the inside. And the person who's on the inside feels like they have control of the person who's on the outside. So it's two ways you can play that game. Okay. Shout out
So
to the
who's
game box.
manipulating whom?
Okay.
Yeah, and another thing that I saw, I think I may have to try to go to this event. I'm sorry, I don't know what the event is called, but it's this panel of people talking about relationship wise stuff and they answer questions. I think they're going to be in Atlanta sometime at the end of this year, like October, September, something like that. But I'm going to try to, I think I might try to be there as a married woman just to be a part of the foolishness because a lot of the questions sometimes be like, okay. So this one girl was asking, um, and she sounded like she might have been in the midst of a moment like that. But she said, if I'm with you, right? And you feel free to have all these other girls as well. Why even get with me? And the young man answered her and said, because I want to collect you. And it's like, why don't women be seeing that sometimes? Why can't they see that while you're trying to have something, but don't set boundaries, don't, make it be known what you want and just, flow with whatever he has going on.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we surprised that he's okay with doing whatever he wants to do?
I feel as though society and media in particular has given all of us a fantasy of love and the way that love is supposed to look. And so we have those expectations on these regular people who are not written out in scripts, with the perfect personality, perfect showmanship, perfect communication skills, perfect everything. And we're expecting those things out of the people that we meet in real life. And when that doesn't happen, we go, why did that not work out the way that I wanted to? It happened for Tiana and the Princess of the Frog. It happened for Jasmine in Atlanta and in Aladdin. It happened for Snow White. Why didn't it happen for me? So when we see all these examples of true love, of beautiful love, and the way that it is expressed to us in media, in songs even, then those are our expectations that we set for those types of relationships. And when we don't get them, we get confused. But we have to realize that reality is reality and fiction is clearly fiction.
Thank you, Jonathan. Smiling with Aaron D says sending prayers for everyone on the show.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. God bless you. We appreciate it. Don't listen to this. You may not understand. Says laugh my butt off. That man wants to treat you like a Pokemon.
Okay, gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch 'em all.
I tell you, I used to watch
It says
Pokemon
thanks.
every morning. Oh my goodness, every morning.
Bianca, you got an opinion on that?
Signs. I
Mm.
feel like everybody should see the red flags. And sometimes you may like somebody so much that you look past it subconsciously, or you may literally look past it because you feel like, oh, they'll change. Oh, it'll get better. They won't. It won't. It's not. See the red flags, run for the hills. And then you won't have to ask anybody or be wondering why did you get me when you still want to play. Make your intentions clear from day one.
And I think maybe some people feel like that's like being mean, but it's just really just stating what you want. And it really also makes me want to wonder what kind of men do you like? You know? Um People unfortunately sometimes misconstrue smelling good, good hygiene, take care of themselves, good car, good job. They see that as, enough to say, you know what? I like him and I like that. I'm going to go ahead and try to foster a relationship from this. But a lot of people don't think about how a lot of times the man sees that in himself as well. And that he or she knows that they are a prized commodity in a world of fools. So they take advantage of the other fools to
Hmm.
to get whatever body top they want. But that's another conversation because those gonna be some of those same ones who's gonna be 50 years old at the club trying to find the one because the thought of dying alone is scary. And then they're gonna manipulate the young girls. Even with those kind of people, they have to find joy within themselves, peace
Yeah.
within themselves. Smaller with Aaron D says, "True love, nothing like a movie." Say that. True love has no end. True love is hard, and they never show that in the movies. You have got that right,
Come on.
cause if you ain't never had to fight for your love, I don't know what you got going on over there.
They do show it in Queen Charlotte. Just letting you know, it's not all roses and peaches and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? There is
No.
serious conflict, girl. I'm just putting it out there, y'all. Proceed.
Don't listen to this. Says, is there a such thing as a realistic and grounded expectations? Unfortunately, not everybody has the connections with people that care enough to help um, foster those kind of thought processes.
But it is
Because,
possible.
and it is possible, absolutely. I when I talk to people when they come to me about men or shoot women, I have to do my best to try to help people to remember that they're human too.
Hmm.
There's a chance that they have a flaw. Did you ever talk to them about this? Did you ever talk to them about that? What have y'all talked about?
Hmm.
And if marriage was the only thing, or or what y'all gonna do after we get finished with dinner, maybe that might not be the one because they don't see you as somebody worth having any further than this moment. That doesn't make you bad. It just, that just shows that the intention is not set in this
Right.
space. Miss Kim says, I agree, Aaron. Love is always fabulous in the movies and in the books
Hmm.
and in K dramas. Yeah. I
Yeah.
love a good fantasy. I
Me too,
tell
girl.
you.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
Because it's like there's always something that might tear them down in the space, but eventually they come back together. But I might have to maybe find a clip or two from these conversations so we could talk about them
Cool.
because that panel really be talking about some good stuff. I wish I remembered the name of that panel. I'll let y'all know in the future.
Okay.
But but they have some really great conversation. Because men think differently, which is why I love how they have men and women up there. Men think differently than women. And it's like a lot of girls, they try to put a female thought process on a man.
Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna work.
And
Never
it be
will work.
messing us up kind of bad. It's like, but I thought that it would be like this. Baby, he don't even like you. How do you know? Do you know his boys? Do you know where he work? Because you don't even have to meet the parents just yet. But somebody that feels like you are worthy of being around them, worthy of stopping trying to get with these other hoes, worthy of all that. I'm sorry, when a man knows they want you, and there's a lot of times there's no real confusion with that. Can y'all agree with that? I don't know.
Agree. Yes.
What you think?
I hear it all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like chicken.
I hear it all the time.
Don't we all? Well, no, let me not say that. No, because everybody ain't the biggest fan of chicken. Um, but yeah,
We
I
all
know I
do.
like chicken.
Believe it, I've been eating a lot of fish lately. I'm very proud of myself in that for some reason.
So unfair, just rub it in the face.
Hmm? Was that?
I said, just rub it right in my face.
Oh, sorry.
Well, that's what she like to do. Unintentionally, by the way, unintentionally.
Thank you, Jonathan. Maybe you. I might have to find another name for you, Jonathan. You like to clock my tea. Oh,
Well, you clock mines all of the time, so it's only right that I
it's
return the
not that.
favor.
Well, I appreciate that. You're so wonderful to me. Miss Kim says, I just wish more men had integrity. You know, that's a wonderful wish. Um, if I personally believe if there are more women, including their mothers, that required integrity from them, I think we'd have more of that out here.
Hmm.
If it were a
Absolutely.
requirement, it would be. So, oh gosh, don't listen to this. You wouldn't understand. Says, what does integrity mean? Well, that is a solid question, Miss Kim. When you say integrity, what definition are you looking at? What are you seeing? What do you desire from that integrity?
I
When I
always
think,
tie integrity to morals, personally.
hmm,
Um, and integrity goes back to your upbringing, obviously, because you really can't buy integrity. You can teach it, but you can't. Well, I
hmm
guess that's two of the same thing. But anyways, yes, integrity is not like common sense. Well, I mean, common sense ain't too common either. So anyways, integrity and morals go hand in hand, at least to me. And so your integrity might be different from someone else's integrity.
hmm
So you
I
always gonna have to
personally,
keep that in mind as well, because people have different perspectives of what integrity is and what is
hmm
integral and what is not, what is moral and what is amoral. There are different opinions on all of those things, so you kind of have to have those conversations to kind of fill that out of what is integrity to you, what is integrity to me, what is cheating to you, what is cheating to me, what is love to you, what is love to me. Those types of conversations have to be done on the first day, like
hmm,
straight out the gate,
for me, integrity is just simply doing the right thing or the best thing, whether I'm looking or not.
for both of us.
Yep.
Mhm. That's what I see integrity as. Um, and I think I do feel like that's a part of the maturity of it.
Hmm.
Or based upon how seriously you see me. Do I not make you, but do you just want to do right by me? I think that's another form of integrity. Just do right, dagnabbit.
hmm
Um,
That's a good explanation. Doing right. Yeah.
It was
just
like perfect.
yeah, do right by me no matter what. You know. Don't listen to this says many people say integrity, but mean loyalty. Hmm. Um, okay, okay. Miss Kim says honesty, strong morals and principles, making a solid attempt to do what is right. I agree.
Agreed.
I agree. We're on the same page with integrity then. Um, you know, I'm not I feel like sometimes we do attract people like that by what we allow sometimes,
hmm
what we don't put the foot down on. I know that it's not easy to automatically see that in somebody, but I'm not, once again, I think earlier I said, it's not about being mean or anything. It's just about being clear and upfront. That's why some men will not deal with you like that because they know who you are, how you are, and they know they wouldn't be able to play like they desire to play. Or maybe they know they won't be able to give you what you want, the commitment, the integrity that you're looking for, the do right, because I ain't got it in me.
hmm
So, one thing I do say about love, though, um, as you continue to dive deep into yourself and who you are, if you want somebody, the Lord will have someone for you.
hmm
If you don't desire to be with anyone, whether you deeply desire and just don't say it or not, you won't have it.
It might still come along the way though. There is a chance that somebody might scoop you up. Okay, don't be trying to scoop me. Okay.
And,
Right.
and you know what's funny about that? That kind of lends to that song that Deborah Cox had. Nobody's supposed to be here.
hmm
Like, so let me live. What happened? Miss Kim says, my friend had 2 children by a man who didn't have an ounce of integrity. He
mm
played the role to get her. Once he had her, the dark side came out.
Yeah.
Mm.
That is so disgusting. This is yet another reason. On top of that, another reason why we have God
Right.
for the discernment. And when things feel like they're going good, it's unfortunate, but we still have to pay attention to the signs because everybody that I know that has gone through a divorce or a bad breakup, every time I ask, were there signs that you decided to look past? Every single one of them said yes.
hmm
So you have to stand in your part so that you won't be standing in the same position for the next one. That
Right.
was
Because it
me.
never all comes out at one time. It's never a surprise either. It's
Mm.
always just a trickle down effect. So yeah.
I agree. Let's see. Don't listen to this said, Miss Kim, how many are actually ready to receive all the things and be able to give it back to you? That's another problem. Some men know they're not ready.
hmm
Others are not aware that they don't have capacity for that kind of a woman that's ready. I believe there are people over the age of 40 for sure that are still relationship wise in their 20s
hmm
because they don't have the example. And I don't blame them. I blame the upbringing. I blame the things that were missing um, as far as role models of what love could be. Because so many people have never really been privy to a good relationship, never
hmm
seen a good one, don't know how they can operate and be good and not have something going on in the background. Miss Kim says, "Don't listen. I have no clue. I'm not out here polling these ninjas."
Keeping it real, Miss Kim. I appreciate that.
As per usual, she can't help it. The realness is going to continue to flow at all times,
Oh,
and that's why some people can't take her
yeah, that's true.
because of the realness. They can't
The
help it.
realness.
Don't listen says, well, true, well, true. Yeah. But I feel that there is certainly slash possibly a remnant, of course. The ones that really do want a solid relationship with someone and just want to take that there. They just haven't found the one because on the other side, and just talking about heterosexual relationships at the moment. Well, shoot, all the kinds of relationships because I've seen a lot of floundering and
Mm-hmm.
and missteps on both sides. There's a lot of women out there that's okay with being used.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of men out there that's okay with being used. There's a lot of women out there that has no problem with just stumping over somebody saying that I have these boundaries and stuff, but they can't live up to them themselves. That's another thing. People want these high value people, but they don't have the values themselves. And it's like I heard this really great like relationship counselor on the TikTok. Thank God for TikTok that explained it like this. So if so, all these things that you want, let's just say somebody that's spiritual, somebody that has a great job, someone that has their own house, and somebody that has a nice car. So let's just say these four things. And he asked her, okay, so how's your spiritual relationship? Well, I go to church every once in a while. How is the relationship with God? You're like, I mean, it's all right. Do you pray? Not really. Oh, okay. How's your job? Is it high paying? No. But I believe he's going to help me to, get up to that space where I need to be. He's going to help me out with getting better. Okay, so that's a no. Do you have a house yet? No. I'm going to work towards that, after getting whatever job, we're going to work together to get that. And then, as far as having the luxury car, do you have that? No, not yet, but I'm going to work towards that. And it's like, you think about how much you don't love, not you are not for this person.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty much going to get with this person if you guys do get together. You're going to drain him. What are you going to give to him? How are you going to uplift him? And people tend to forget, like, these relationships, it's about both of us coming together. Even if somebody that's super rich got with somebody that's not as rich, I'm sure there is a mental, emotional balancing that's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But this woman was basically denying any and everybody that didn't meet those standards because that's what she wanted, but she couldn't even measure up to them. This is why you're going to remain single.
Yeah, most of those people stay alone, stay by themselves, and hey, it is what it is. Maybe
Yeah,
they'll figure it out one day.
because not everybody. Ooh, it sounds mean, but not people are not really looking to step down. Does that sound mean? Is that mean, Bianca?
Not at all.
Okay, okay. Yeah. We not saying that you have to, date at your level or lower, if you want to work together, you're going to build together with somebody that has the ambition that you have.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just want to jump to somebody that already has it all. That's what I think.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Bianca?
I absolutely agree. You have to have something to give. It's not just take.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't expect for anybody, male or female, to have all of this, to be up here, to have these degrees, to have this, to have that, and then you want to come in and that's your requirement. But if they have a requirement that's here and here and here, and they say that you don't meet that, now you want to cry wolf. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to find someone that's right there with you, like you said, that have your same ambition, same drive. Then y'all can grow together. That's something completely different. If you go into it all the time with that mindset, it only works so many times. 9 times out of 10, it's going to end up being an epic fail, and you took yourself
Right.
through all that, and for what?
And you know, if he's doing well and you in debt, what you think is about to happen?
Right.
Your debt mentality gonna rub out. You might just bring that man down.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Miss Kim says, my days of trying to figure men out are over. Good. I'm trusting that God will bring the one meant for me to me. Absolutely.
Same here, Miss Kim. I'm a man myself, and I still can't figure these niggas out. So, hey, it is what it is.
Listen says there's a song for the folks that are happy to be used. Everybody plays a fool. You got that right.
That's right.
Sometime.
Mhm.
He also
No
says,
exception to the rule.
listen, baby. Uh, are they standards or a Christmas wish list?
Mm.
I think
I
it's
say
more.
both.
I think it's more of a wish list than anything, because it is a wish. Like seriously, I am curious to find the people that got every single thing that they had on their list. For those people that had more than 20 things on their list.
I don't even think Sierra got everything that was on her list, and look where she's at. So, I think that's impossible for someone to check every single box that's on your that ish don't happen. Period. So get it out your mind that you're gonna find it because you won't.
But
Everyone has to compromise. Everyone has to compromise at some time with something. Now, some people will compromise too much and allow too
like
much to
somebody
happen
from
to them.
jail.
Exactly, and allow themselves to be run over and used like a dirty rag. But at the same time, you can't have all these high expectations and expect someone to be able to meet every single one of those expectations. It's stupid to think that, at least in my opinion.
And people always say, if you want to make God laugh, show him what you think is going to happen or show him your plans. You
Hmm.
know, one thing I love about putting things into God's hands is that he will give you everything you didn't know that you needed. And that's what I always say about Tyrone. He's everything that I didn't know I needed. I didn't know I needed a man that had more masculinity within him. I didn't know I needed a man that wasn't about to cry with me every time I feel emotions and stuff like that. I didn't know what I needed. You don't know what you need until you get into that relationship. And then you find yourself compromising a little bit too often. Like, okay, all right. Um, but with the one that I have, the conversation been on point from day one. We're able to talk. And I believe that's a really great foundation for any relationship. If you guys can talk about it all, then you'd be able to talk about finances. You'll be able to
Hmm.
talk about them other hoes over there. You'll be
Right.
able to talk about how things may be hard for me today, or how happy I am today, or all the things that I want, all of my dreams without, being ridiculed. So I always say it's that conversation point. You have to be able to talk to be able to foster, first of all, the relationship, and then, of course, to have it grow. Those are my thoughts. Y'all have any thoughts before we get out of here? I'm super surprised that we're still here.
Me too.
Ay, ay, ay.
I have I have the attitude of old girl on Bridesmaids when Helen told her, "Oh, we're going to a restaurant tonight. I know the owner," and Kristen Wiig said, "You do? Oh, Kelly knows the owner." What?
That was a funny movie.
Hilarious.
You know,
We were sitting on that front row cackling,
did we see
cackling.
it together?
We saw it together
I
at
believe it.
Sandhills on the front row. It was in one of those smaller movie theaters as well, near the end. Yes.
I loved that movie. Kristen Wiig, she's one of those white women that I really hope ain't racist. That because you know there's some white people that it's like they seem really great. I hope they ain't racist. That's kind of my thought. Because
One of
you
her
we find
best
it.
friends is Maya Rudolph. Maya Rudolph is clearly a woman of color.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that she might be racist to somebody darker. Does that make sense?
It does. That's just surprising for me to hear. That's all.
No, the thing is, it's like we unfortunately find things out all willy nilly from interviews from years past where somebody's experience comes out about somebody else. Like they did that. They did what? But I haven't heard anything about Kristen Wiig, so I'm still on her side.
Right. Yeah. Out of all these years, we ain't heard not one lick of bad news from her. Yeah, I'm sure
And
she's
I
great.
and I don't want to hear no bad news about her. I like
Right.
her. Kristen Wiig is hilarious, and this she was during a
I
time when all it was the women's that made the Saturday Night Live funny. I'm not saying right now it's trash, but it's not as funny.
Well, she came along a little bit after that era because that era was Anna Gasteyer, Sherry O'Terry, Shannon, whatever her name was.
No, well, I know that was funny. I'm
Right.
talking about the time after when it had, Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, and what's that lady that was playing the lady from Alaska, the governor of Alaska,
That was Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. That time with all of
Okay.
them, I
Okay.
like that time better than back when Will Ferrell was still on there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because now back when Will Ferrell, because it was just Will Ferrell. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and Jimmy Fallon and Chris Kattan and Tracy, what's his name?
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan, all them. That's that time. Because Molly Shannon, she ain't the best.
I like Melody Shannon. Before we go, I will have to say my favorite character of Kristen Wiig is Mindy Elise Grayson, who plays Secret Word. And she always finds herself saying the
Saying the
secret
word,
word.
and
It's hilarious to
the first
me
word that come out
every
her mouth.
single time. It's hilarious. Like,
Oh, also Fred. He's from that era too. Fred Armstrong. Everything he do is funny, especially like his Prince.
yes.
I
No,
really enjoy his.
but his governor of New York is like spot on, like spot on, sounds just like him, looks just like I mean, he looks like
Amazing,
the man with that hair
amazing.
and makeup, girl. It's
Oh, Miss
everything.
Kim. Miss Kim says the Target lady.
Yes, the Target lady. She's good
Target.
too.
I love me some Kristen Wiig. She was funny. You gonna maybe go back on the YouTubes and look at some old skits. Don't listen to this said. Y'all are hilarious. I enjoyed the show tonight. Thanks for having some healthy combo. No
Thank you for
problem.
being here.
thank you.
Miss Kim said, I love that movie. Yes, Bridesmaid, that was amazing. Once again, a tour de force with what's her name? Kristen Wiig. And then I'm gonna have to watch me some Fast and Furious. That's what I need. I need to watch some Fast and Furious and don't tell nobody, but Tyler Perry plays Get Me Through. I want to give God the glory for BET Plus and for having every single Tyler Perry play on BET Plus. Because I'll be watching them like they soap operas.
I've always been intrigued by your, I won't say fascination, but your interest in the Fast and the Furious movies, because I never had that interest at all, in the least. In
It's the
the
it's the
least.
action.
Okay.
A little bit of funny, but it's the action. The drama's stupid. I just like the action. None of
Okay.
this makes sense. It's action, heart, family. I like all that carrying on. Those are the principles, and they had me ever since Too Fast, Too Furious.
Mm.
That was a good movie. Had Ludacris on there with the fro and all that. That was a good movie. And don't tell nobody. I still haven't seen the first one.
What?
I don't need to. I'm good.
I think they're on Peacock, if I'm not mistaken. I
They
think.
are.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
But it's what's so funny is like they have like 10, and it's like, hold on, what happened on this one, that one, that one, this one, that one? There's so many of them. But hey, it's all pretty much the same premise for all of them. It's fun. I like them. I think
Yeah.
it's because you know what's going to happen. You know that nobody's going to lose. Ain't nobody going to die. That's another thing. I don't like people dying. Ain't nobody dying over there unless other than the people that need to die.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's what it is. and I like The Rock. The Rock is nice. I like The Rock and Kevin Hart together. I find them funny.
Do you prefer Rock before he got all bodybuilder big or
Mhm.
bodybuilder big Rock? Which do you prefer? Because I like the slimmer Rock personally. I'm not the
As
biggest
far
fan
as
of all the muscle.
looks, I like the before. But as far as like the movies and the acting that the big bodybuilder was doing, I like all that carrying on. I like
Okay.
to watch them in the movies.
I was asking in the sense of attractiveness, by the way.
Attractiveness, yeah, pre
Yeah,
bodybuilder.
agreed.
Cause you know, I don't like I wouldn't like to lay on a bed of rocks. I like pillows.
Some soft to the touch, honey.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I can't, touch and do that. I just wanna okay. Anywho, enough with the fodder. I I feel like it's like me and my mama trying to get off the phone because this is how our conversations can last for long. Jonathan, did I ever tell you that one time I was on the phone with Bianca? Don't tell nobody. I was on the phone with Bianca for over 8 hours.
That doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me. Y'all are
And,
like-minded in that way.
and it's not like we were sitting down and chilling and eating food while we were just like chilling with each other. No. We talked the whole time.
Well, I mean, Bianca and I
The
talked
whole
for
time.
six or 7
Entire
hours
time.
straight going down the distance. So,
Oh
we just
yeah,
those types of people.
we are. Okay, I'm leaving now. I'm not
For
playing with
real.
none of y'all. Thank you, Jonathan, for keeping everything legit. Because you are too legit. Too
To
quick.
quit. Okay.
Bump, bump. I'm gonna move on with life. I'm not even gonna show all the other stuff. Y'all see us back here on Monday, next Monday, whatever that date may be. I know it's sometime in September, ain't it?
It is.
And I hear myself because my husband apparently is
I
listening
think it'll
to
be
us.
September 1st.
Oh, really?
No, it'll be
Okay.
September 2nd.
Second.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will see you guys. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna tell nobody that. I will see you guys later. And when I say later, I mean next Monday at 9 a.m. p.m. 9 p.m. Feeling better, feeling good. Don't listen to this says y'all have great chemistry. I look forward to seeing more of you all. Oh no,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Appreciate that. Y'all have a lovely evening. May God be with all of y'all. Goodbye now.
Bye, y'all.